Hey guys, how's it going out there? Rooster here in Tennessee. Got another used radio coming up for sale here, and I've got to tell you guys, I've got lots of Cobra 2000s. They vary in condition. I've got some that'll be kind of parts and donor radios I need to test and see kind of what's up with them. And then I've got some that look to be in good shape that I just haven't got around to testing yet. So they'll vary in condition. This one's one that's in pretty good shape. I hate that somebody has put a hole in the front of it. My gosh, if it wasn't for that, this would actually be a pretty clean radio. We'll go over it here, talk about what's wrong with it, what's good with it, try to show off some of the features of it and everything. It's missing two of the cabinet screws, one right there and one back here. They are missing. I don't think I have any of those to go in there, so just want to point that out. The wood grain is in pretty good shape on it. This sale is just going to be for the radio, no speaker included. But yeah, we'll get into it, show you, what works with it, what doesn't work with it. Cobra 2000 is pretty popular radio out there right now. I just checked some sold listings on eBay, and looks like even parts ones are bringing, $250 to $300. So some that are way rougher condition than this one. So I'll price this thing as fair as I can. It'll be a fair price on it, and included in the price will be shipping. So it'll be the price and then free shipping. You can find the radio on roostercb.com under used and specialty items. So let's go ahead and turn this guy on over here, and we'll go hit our counter. Now, it's been a while since I've had a 2000, so I'll say this: I don't remember it keeping up with seconds, and obviously once we turned the radio on, it lost time. It didn't keep up with time, so that might be something to look into. Somebody has probably modified the clock or whatever. I don't think they kept up with seconds. I could be wrong. I might be completely off on that. It's been a while since I've actually talked on and used a 2000 every day. So 1000 is my preference. But anyway, let's go ahead. The counter works on it. One thing that you'll know if you've messed with Cobra 2000s much, they're notorious for the frequency counter module going bad. So when you find a freak counter module in one that hasn't been rebuilt or doesn't need rebuilt, you've automatically got some value there. Also, if you don't use these radios regularly, audio, 1, 2, 3, audio, your meters will get stuck. And you can see these aren't even stiff. These meters are moving freely, so that's always a good sign. On the air light is working. Receive lights, obviously, out. Our mode lights, all three work: AM, sideband, or low sideband, upper sideband. Somebody has converted this mic plug to a 4-pin jack. It no longer has the 5-pin jack in it. It's now got a 4-pin. As far as the frequency goes, we had to slide off a little bit. I'm pointing at the wrong knob. Off a little bit to get it on frequency. And it'll roll pretty far off. So 27.2114 back to when it's basically lined up, 27.205 down to 27.201. Yeah, so you get a little bit of slide on it there. But again, it's off a little bit. It doesn't line exactly up. I mean, if you line it straight up and down, you can see it's off frequency quite considerably there. So radio definitely needs aligned. No secrets there. Again, you go to sideband, it's going to be off a little bit different. That's your upper sideband. That's your AM. That's your lower sideband. You can hear we're getting a little bit of static there on lower sideband. So radio receives. Let's just keying up our Cobra 90 to make sure we get a signal out of it. Again, the radio could probably use recapped. It could probably use, gone through by somebody. We're just going to demonstrate it and show you that it is a working radio. So let's get into the output test of it. Pretty much covered everything else. Switches over here are all good. Knobs are all there and good. Again, we got this hole in the front, the major eyesore with it. So let's key it up. Audio, let's listen to it real quick first. Hello. Audio, 1, 2. Audio. Audio, 1, 2, 3. Audio. So not too bad of audio on it there. It would be better if the AM carrier wasn't so high. But again, this is the current situation with it. I believe whoever had it was primarily using it on sideband. That's a 50 watt slug, 50 watt scale, average power. Oh yeah, Check, 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 check. Audio. It's just barely tugging. So it's basically keying everything, doing everything it'll do. Um, obviously on PEP, you'll get some forward modulation, but only, swinging 18 watts and keying almost 10 watts. So don't expect the highest quality AM sound out of it. Sound on AM, I should say. Now, we'll go to lower sideband. Again, we got a little bit of static going on lower sideband. Check, 1, 2, 3. Audio check, 1, 2, 3. Audio check. That's PEP, 18 watts. Upper sideband. Audio check, 1, 2, 3. Audio check, 1, 2, 3. Audio check, 1, 2, 3. Audio. 18 watts PEP on upper and lower sideband. And again, it's getting some static on sideband. Something else that we probably need to look into. That's why I like to do a video on these so you guys can see exactly what you're getting. So otherwise, not a bad radio. So this hole in the front, again, you could put something there, you could plug it, and it wouldn't be as big an eyesore. Or if you have something you want to put there, you could always fill that hole in with some sort of auxiliary control for something you add to it. But overall, not a bad radio. Is it perfect? No. Does it need a little TLC? Definitely could use some technical work done to it. There are guys out there that make a living off of going through Cobra 2000s. People like to recap them, restore them, refurb them. I've heard a couple of names going around out there. There's not anyone that I particularly endorse because I'm real careful about who I endorse for radio work. Because lo and behold, I endorse somebody and send you guys to them, and you have a bad experience, and you'll come back to me and say, well, you told me this guy was good. I can give you a list of people, but there's not anybody that I'll particularly endorse out there. But there's people that make a living restoring these radios, going through these radios and stuff like that. It can be really time consuming. It's basically a business on its own, restoring Cobra 2000s and fixing them up. But audio, check 1, 1, 2, audio. Not a bad candidate. A good template for somebody that wants to get one and have it gone through and restored. Doesn't seem like it's had any major modifications done to it. Again, the clock deal, I mean, maybe I'm an idiot and can't remember, but I just don't remember it keeping up with seconds like it was doing earlier. So that's it, everybody. Cobra 2000 GTL will be on the website, roostercb.com. Used and special items. I think I've covered just about everything with the radio. What you see is what you get. Oh, one last thing. Let's see where it was made at, because that matters to some folks. Taiwan. This is a Taiwan one. So right there. Some people desire the Philippines models. Hell, there's not a whole lot of difference in them, in my opinion. But this one is made in Taiwan, for those wondering. All right, everybody. Appreciate it. Rooster in Tennessee, roostercb.com. Catch you guys out there. See you. Bye.